All right, so what happens exactly when you open up one of these sound files? Well, we use a program called Audacity, and we set it up in a way that actually lets us see the sound. And so the image that you're seeing below here in this kind of blue and pink is called a spectrogram, and that is a visual representation of the sounds that you're actually hearing. And on the bottom here, it's going to go, forward in time. So that's measured in minutes and seconds. So you can actually see the legend here is up on top. So that's 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. You get the idea. And up this way on this axis is the pitch. And so sounds that are low are going to be showing up down below here. And those are, the really low bassy sounds. And right up at the top, we've got those really high pitch sounds. So this is a sound that's kind of, midway in between bass and really high pitch. And it goes over, about 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, this sound right here. So you might think that that sort of looks familiar. This is similar to, what you might have seen in math class with those graphs where you're plotting points on an x-axis and a y-axis. It's the same sort of idea where, this sound starts at probably what about 3.5 seconds, and it registers at between 3.0 and 3.5 kilohertz. So same sort of thing. It's just an application of that graph thing that you've seen in math that you might be wondering, gosh, like when am I going to use this in real life? Well, there is real life applications for things like this, and so this is just a neat way to represent sound, and you can actually see different bird calls, and you can get different information too, not just what time is the sound happening at, or how long a specific sound is happening at, or what the pitch is. But you can also see based on the brightness of the sound that you're seeing there. You've got bright is the loud sounds, and we've got those faint ones that are quiet. So right here, that's showing up like kind of that bright white color. That's going to be a very loud sound when you're listening to the recording. And this over here, we can see it's just a little bit fainter, right? It's not quite as sharp. It's not quite as bright. It's going to be a more quiet sound. So that's going to represent a bird that's either a bit quieter or quite a bit farther away from the unit that's making these recordings. And what's cool is that you can actually learn to read some of these bird calls without even listening to them. But of course, when we're taking these sounds back in the lab and we're processing them, we got these great big headphones on that are, really high quality, and we view these spectrograms and we, note down what birds it is that we're hearing. So you're going to see something like this. This is a white-throated sparrow. So it goes do 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 do. So do 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 do. That's a white-throated sparrow singing there. And here, this one is the least flycatcher. It goes chipek chipek. So it's a much shorter sound, and that kind of shows up in the spectrogram where it's not doesn't last a whole second, whereas this song lasts about 3.5, almost 4 seconds. And this down here, this is actually a fly buzzing around the recorder. So we're going to go ahead and open up this recording in Audacity, and I'll let you hear, what it sounds like live in kind of real time. This was a recording made up on the Churchill River that we had some folks come and do a trip for, and they made a bunch of different recordings while on that trip too. So anywho, I'll see you in the next video.